Yesterday, I was reading Amanda Gorman's book, Call Us What We Carry. It is a book of poetry. And there's a chapter in it in which she is looking at old documents and creating, in some ways, poetry out of them. And she writes this introduction to that section: Erasure. Several of the poems in this following section are erasure poems, meaning they're documents with their pieces plucked out. Just as some of you will call this the gone year, the long year, the good year, the unloved year. The key to constructive rather than destructive erasure is to create an extension instead of an extract. It's not erasure, but expansion, whereby we seek the underwriting, the undercurrent beneath the watered surface of the words. It is to keep the word from drowning. Hereby the pen looks to enhance, evoke, explore, expose the bodies, the truth, the voices that have always existed but have been exiled from history and the imagination. In this case, we erase to find. I read that and I was like, this is a beautiful description in some ways of the scripture reading we do in worship and the sermon, in which we really like looking at such a small portion of a story, but we're not trying to pull it out of the longer story, but extend the story by looking deeply at just an individual part. And this Sunday, we'll start to do that with the resurrection. How do we look at the individual words from the Word to erase, to find God's resurrection life? Come Sunday, as we begin to explore what happens after we find an empty tomb.